Action.
Hello, welcome back to Senn TV. I'm your anchor, Cameron Fleener.
And I'm Cassandra Cabrera. Let's start with news from around the school.
With the new school year came new classes, one of which is the new history course, History of Chicago. Reporter Erin discussed the new course with some history teachers as well as students.
What does Chicago mean to you?
Chicago means to me a lot of things. It's home. It's part of me. It's who I am.
History of Chicago, I think, is a great opportunity for students to learn about their own city. I think we do a lot of awesome history courses at Senn, but what's special about this one is students take more ownership over it. They're able to understand how their city came to be, what are some of the progress and issues that we faced, and it's just a way for students to have a better appreciation of the city that they live in.
Students have been really excited about the class, and I think it's really important as a Chicagoan to learn about your city. I think the kids realize that, and for the most part, I'd say 95% at least of our students are excited and they appreciate the fact that they get to learn about the amazing city that they live in.
So when you teach a new class, it is very difficult in the beginning. We as a department work really nicely together, and we work hard to kind of front load a lot of information. And we try to develop the course as we're going on, seeing what works, what doesn't. I think the hardest thing is the collection of resources. It's difficult for early Chicago history to collect a lot of stellar resources. We've done a great job, but it will definitely become a little easier as the year goes on when we get into more recent history.
I signed up for History of Chicago is to learn the history of Chicago, the home I came from, and I want to learn the background of Chicago, like the previous, like who was here, and like the basic knowledge of it.
Why did I sign up for History of Chicago? One, because it looked interesting. Two, it was because it's about me. Like, it's where I come from. I was born here, I was raised here. It's not the best city, but it's here, and I wanted to know about my city. I wouldn't necessarily say it's easy, but it's interesting, and I guess that makes things easier to pay attention to and to learn about. I'm very opinionated, so that helps when it comes to class discussions.
What Chicago means to me is, everything, I grew up, this is my background. I grew up here, lived here my whole life. It's my identity, it's who I am, it shaped who I am today.
Chicago means diversity. I think Chicago means an international city, and particularly working at Senn High School, where we have over 40 countries represented, I think that diversity and multiculturalism takes on a more important tone. And so I believe that it's important for our kids to know that Chicago is not a city of one background, but a city of multiple backgrounds.
Better late than never. We'd like to congratulate Senn Jr. Godwin Ogolo Jr. for being named Student of the Month in September. Let's hear his thoughts as well as his teacher's thoughts on the award.
Senn has made me become more serious about high school and all that stuff. Because coming into high school, I wasn't really it was just, it's another part of school. Now it's it's a really important part. You gotta work hard, do all that to make it to college. Yeah.
He's really very caring, and he really looks out for other students. And he's not he doesn't brag about it, or he's not looking for approval. You just kind of see him do really nice deeds for other people pretty often.
To be honest, I didn't even know it was a thing until I walked in and somebody told me, "Oh, you're Student of the Month." And I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And I seen it and they told me. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's nice." It's nice to be acknowledged for hard work and good grades.
Really inclusive. You never see him trying to exclude anybody, and he's always seems to make sure that everybody's kind of taken care of. So that's one that I always think, caring is the big one I think of when I think of Godwin.
Future plans would be like go to college, but like try to make it into the NFL or the NBA if my ankles would let me.
Let's not forget about the teachers from the Special Education Department. Erin Whalen was honored as the September Teacher of the Month. Ivan Alvarez reporting.
My name is Erin Whalen. I'm a special education teacher at Senn. So I became a teacher about 10 years ago. I got into education because when I was in high school, I struggled, and I always felt like if I had someone that could support me better when I was in high school, then I might have done better in high school. I might have planned better for life after high school. So I really try to support my students the best that I can so I can be that person for them that I didn't have. The best part about my job is teaching, is being with the students, and when we're teaching something and they get it and they're like, I totally get it. That is super exciting. I also really like when kids reach out to me when they need help and they feel comfortable, like, oh, I'm having this problem. I'm getting not such a great grade in my class. You saw me running around chasing after kids, trying to help them with their work. So when they feel comfortable enough to come to me and say like, hey, Miss Whalen, I need help with this. Can you help me with that? I really like that too, because that lets me know that I'm doing something right, that they feel comfortable wanting to get help from me. So yeah.
That'll work. Just leave it right now. Yes,
Yeah.
she's got a 70.
Is that fine to leave it at that
Oh,
for the
yeah,
quarter?
she tried.
Okay,
Yes, without
and
a
then
doubt.
everybody learns differently. So that's kind of one of the things that I really like to focus on as a teacher is helping everybody get to the same point. But we all might be starting at different places. So if we have a goal we all want to reach, we're all going to meet that goal, but just how we get there might look a little bit differently. So. Some days you feel like, maybe I'm not doing such a good job, but when something like that happens and you're the teacher of the month, then it kind of really solidifies it. Yeah.
So Cameron, how was your Halloween?
It was good. I got a lot of candy. What about you?
It was good. Stayed home, bought my own candy. Let's turn it over to Reagan Ivy for her question of the day.
What are your plans for this Halloween?
I'm going to dress up as Batman, and then I'm going trick-or-treating with my nieces and nephews, and I hope I don't see the clowns.
Yep. I'm gonna dress up as Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and make sure all of you have done your FAFSA. So watch out for me.
I want to dress up as a banana because bananas are my favorite fruit.
Are you planning on going trick-or-treating?
Yes, I'm gonna dress up as a banana.
This year, I'm planning to go to Fright Fest with my boyfriend, and we're gonna dress up as Mario and Peach.
Earlier this week, a tragic event took place when a California tour bus crashed into a trailer tractor. Nabil Siddiqui is going to tell us more about this tragic incident.
Those who boarded the bus on Sunday from the casino looked forward to a relaxing trip home, but they didn't know what was about to happen. The bus crashed into a trailer truck on its way back. 12 passengers and the driver died. The driver had previously been sued twice for negligence after collisions with vehicles, one of which resulted in 3 deaths. I guess people don't learn their lesson. The driver, Vitas, was in this business for years. He had been driving buses filled with old people to the casinos and really never had complaints, said his neighbor. This is Nabil Siddiqui for Senn TV, signing off.
With the death of radio legend Herb Kent, Senn TV would like to pay tribute to an inspiration in the broadcast world. Kendall Jackson is here to tell us about his sad passing.
On Saturday, October 22nd, 2016, Chicago lost a hometown legend. Known as the Cool Gent, Herb Kent was the longest running DJ in the history of radio, with a staggering 72 years in the business. Kent was a self-professed geek in his early years, building radios and microphones at Hyde Park High School at the age of 16. Kent knew how to walk the walk and talk the talk, rocking his signature mustache and his signature cowboy hat. He jumped around 11 radio stations and made a huge impact at all of them, mainly V103, also known as 102.7 on FM radio. He was the catalyst in many movements such as the Jesse Jackson Operation Push, hosting segments dedicating for many African Americans to speak their mind on injustice in the early 60s and 80s, and also helped kickstarting the careers of R&B greats like The Temptations, Curtis Mayfield, and Smokey Robinson. His silky voice made viewers feel like it was a one-on-one conversation every broadcast. Herb Kent was a hero to many and pushed the bar for others in radio broadcasts.
Yeah, and you can go where he got that shirt at, too. Boy, Chicago, you gotta see this shirt.
I told you
ain't never seen a blue like
No,
this.
I
I
told
asked
you.
him, I said, Herb, what
This-
color that shirt? He gonna be talking about, you ain't never seen nothing like this.
You know what it
This
is?
shirt called Periwinkle Blue.
No, and you know where I got it? It's
Where?
a do-rag from your mother's head,
Oh.
man. Here we go.
We here at Senn TV salute Herb Kent. His soul might have left this earth, but his mark will never fade away.
And let's move now into some fun stuff with some entertainment.
The game that got worldwide attention over the summer seems to have slowed down a bit in popularity.
I love how it encourages people who, instead of just sitting down and playing a game, it encourages them to go outside and actually venture out into the real world.
Battling gyms is dope. I'm very competitive, so that was like perfect.
Oh, I caught a Squirtle, and she suggested it to me, and so I was just like, if my sister's playing it, who's older than I am, I guess I should just give it a try.
Walking around, it's so fun. Like when you it's not like in real life, but it's on your phone. It's like you feel like it's in real life,
Interacting with the world, and you're also like online, like that's bomb.
I was already a huge fan of Pokemon before Pokemon Go, and yeah, that kind of made me want to get into it. But I love how Pokemon Go also brought in some new people to the Pokemon community.
Man, I mean, this summer I was just bored, and like it was something that everybody did. Like, and I'm like 99% of people got onto that. It was like really hyped up. I just got on because I was bored and I just wanted to play.
Did you see the new season of Walking Dead?
Girl, did I? Of course I did. I could barely keep it together. Let's turn it over to Paula Trejo to introduce her newest segment.
Today on Trejo's TV Talk, we're going to talk about the new upcoming season of The Walking Dead. If you don't know, The Walking Dead is based off of the comic book series written by Robert Kirkman. The drama of the show portrays life in weeks and months of a zombie apocalypse. I went to lunch to ask people their opinions about the season 7 premiere and what they find interesting about the show.
Watch The Walking Dead?
Yes, I do.
Who's your favorite character on the show?
My favorite character is Glenn, because we're both Asians and he's very brave. I really like the plots that they come up with, I guess, and their acting is really good.
Are you excited for season 7?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because I want to see who dies.
Yeah, man, it's a good show. It's a good show. Excited about who's going to die next and all that, because I love to see people getting killed on TV, so great.
Why?
Because he's really interesting to watch. I mean, like, plus he has my favorite gun on there, the revolver, and he's a good police officer and all that, so only cop I really like. One thing I found interesting about it is that the fact that, one, he fell asleep through the whole thing, right? 2, the fact that he's still not messed up in the head yet. Even if he is, he just goes through it.
Let's turn it over to our very own Philip Johnson White for sports.
Hello. Your Chicago Cubs won 9-3 in Game 6 and won a dramatic Game 7, 8-7 after late heroics in the 10th inning by Ben Zobrist and Miguel Montero. It was indeed a nail-biter, and the rain delay only added extra suspense to the game. The Cubs looked to be doomed after closer Aroldis Chapman blew a 2-run lead and gave up a home run to Rajai Davis of the Cleveland Indians. Nevertheless, only one extra inning was needed. After 108 years, we can finally say the Chicago Cubs are champions. Now I can finally get to say this after so many years. Go Cubs go. Go Cubs go.
Go,
let my crew
Cubs,
take
go.
care of this. Go Cubs go. Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs gonna win today. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs gonna win today.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching Senn TV. Until next time, toots magoots.
Maybe just watch the door. I think some people are going to try to come back in.
I'm low-key having fun. I don't know why today I'm so excited.
Are we all?
Gee, low-key, like, we should have that for the bloopers where it just goes beep, beep.
Stop banging on the table.
We get no respect in here. The best coaches over here.
There's nobody here.
That.